Though with many budget guns the problem is, well, the bullet, because if the bullet isn't good...
Oh shit, here we go again.
So it's time for something bigger and longer. So empty those Nerf gun rounds and put in something serious, because this way you get some serious boom for not that many rubles. So today we take a look on why you should play the KEL-TEC RFB, especially if you're doing budget runs. The gun has everything I would ask for a budget gun that is available on low-level traders, but it has some drawbacks. But let's begin at the start. And as always, we take a look at how well can you mod the weapon. And well, as often on this series, the gun has a pretty basic structure, therefore it can't be modded really. This is on one hand very good for budget builds, but it's bad for meta guns. So not too bad for this one, but what can we do? First off, you can mount a sight. Then back and front iron sight for more ergonomics, some muzzle device including silencers, a grip, and well, we're almost done. You can choose a magazine, but there's not much to choose from, so that's basically it. So as you can see, there's not much to mod here, and furthermore, one of the biggest drawbacks on this gun, you can't mount a laser pointer or a flashlight. And that's probably the worst part about the gun, because it makes hip firing a lot more difficult, but more on that later. But alright, let's talk about the affordability. And here the gun is really good because you can buy it already at Peacekeeper level 2. That's level 14, so pretty early in the game, for $484. Now what does this mean? Basically, look at the diaries here. So you need to find 2 of those and you can already buy this gun at Peacekeeper level 2. When you reach level 20, the gun becomes even cheaper, around 35,000 rubles, because it seems nobody wants to play it. This could change after this video, so let's keep this a secret, right? But don't worry, it gets even better. Peacekeeper level 2 also sells the bullet, the M80, for only $2.33. That's insane for what this bullet offers. I mean, that's around 280 rubles. So when you combine weapon and ammunition, you get the whole set for 42,000 rubles. Of course, a sight on top, and there you go. You have your budget gun and you're ready for a raid. But alright, let's talk about the ammunition for a second. Here we have the 7.62x51, and absolutely insane, that bullet. As always, the overview right here, and as you can see, the red line is pretty high, meaning every bullet deals a lot of flash damage, but the blue line is also high, meaning you have a lot of penetration going on with those bullets. So if we look specifically at the M80, it deals 80 damage, but penetrates level 4 without any problems. And that at level 14 for 280 rubles, that is insane. But maybe you don't see why I'm so hyped about it, so let's continue. Because if you take a look at the health pool of your character, let's say somebody shoots M80 in your stomach, stomach dead. Shoots in the arm, arm dead. Shoots in the leg, leg dead. You see where I'm going with this. Whatever body part you hit is dead, with the exception of the thorax, which will be left at 5 HP, and with 5 HP left in your thorax, you usually don't want to continue a fight. Later there's the M61, which penetrates everything in the game and still has around 70 damage. That's a lot for a bullet that penetrates everything. But the bullet costs a bit more with $11 at Peacekeeper level 4 and is only available after doing Wet Job Part 6, which is a pretty late quest, so you don't have to worry about for your budget runs right now. And until then, M80 works just fine. So, how well does the gun perform on close range? Now, because of the really bad hip firing with this gun, I would recommend that you bring a close range sight. This helps a lot, because hip firing, yes, it can work, but it's pretty hard to pull off with this gun without a laser sight, which would reduce the hip fire recoil. Meaning without the laser sight on the KEL-TEC, you get the full spread and this can be very wide. On the other hand, if you hit, it sounds something like this. And if he's brave enough to peek after this shot, then he will usually die. Now, one very important thing, if you encounter opponents with M4 vectors, so very fast shooting weapons with good bullets, you are at a huge disadvantage with a single fire weapon. Here I would recommend that you pull back every time you lose the initial peak battle. There is no shame in it, you just have a disadvantage with your single fire weapon against a meta full auto weapon because you have to hit the 4x twice while he just has to land one lucky headshot. So just keep that in mind when you fight with your KEL-TEC. So just do it like a boxer, be hard to hit like a butterfly, but sting like a bee. And let me tell you, that sting hurts a lot. You can absolutely shred most armors in the game, especially at the early stages. But I think where the gun really shines is medium to long range. Now, I personally do it like this, that I have two sights, also one sight, one scope with me, so I can switch depending on the area. So just mount the one you need.
What the fuck?
This way I can scout in open areas and see if any opponents are nearby. And also just them away, because there are not many helmets that can protect you from this bullet that only costs around $2. It's also possible to shoot at very long range with this gun. I did multiple shots over 100 meters. I think my longest was 230 meters with this gun, which that's amazing for that price. So why is it even possible with a gun like this? The reason is actually pretty simple. The weapon has a very good MOA value, 1.48. If you've watched my durability guide, you know what this means. The gun has a spread of 4.5 centimeters on 100 meters. That's the size of an eye, more or less. The only disadvantage, the M80 doesn't fly as fast as other bullets. 800 meters isn't the fastest one. M993 would be way faster, but that's definitely not budget anymore. But since we don't want to snipe over 300 meters, M80 is enough and it will absolutely destroy everything that you see in raid and doesn't have an Alten helmet. Even this 200,000 ruble helmet won't protect you from this gun and round. Even if you miss a bullet, if you just land one somewhere in his body, he has a lot of pain. So in summary, I think this gun for this price is absolutely amazing and deals a ton of damage. But I think it isn't the best gun for close range. A lot of those clips that you see are on reserve and the gun is definitely not the best for indoor fights. I would see it more on, for example, customs, just stay outside a bit more, or shoreline, absolutely amazing, even woods. Or for example, if you do stash runs outside of interchange. So really medium range. And it's just perfect for anybody that hasn't the flea market yet or wants a good gun while doing, for example, stash runs to earn some money. And that's it for the KEL-TEC. As always, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, let me know in the comment section what you think about the gun or what your experience is. Subscribe for more, and if you want to have a chat or leave some feedback, join our Discord, and I'll see you all in the next video. Good luck with your raids.